Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. First and foremost, happy holidays and Merry Christmas if you guys go and celebrate. We have a very interesting video to go and talk about as of today in regards now to the entire 2023. Now, as you guys may or may not know, I'm sure you guys probably do know, because when we look at our credit card bills, our random overall bills every month, even if it's like fun things like Spotify, YouTube Red or Premium, or even things like PlayStation Plus Game Pass, that money does go and add up. And while I think most folks have kind of seen and kind of complain a lot about Netflix price increases or even the PlayStation Plus one, it kind of seems like as of even right this second, we're seeing even more people kind of petitioning and, well, being very angsty against PlayStation Plus, saying they do not want to go and, well, even like automatically renew it, and that this actually might have been the last year they even want to have PlayStation Plus, at least for quite some time. It does kind of seem like a lot of folks right now are essentially just calling out PlayStation, saying this is way too much money, things cost way too much money. At the end of the day, the price hike was, well, unacceptable. So we're going to go talk about this, talk about the drama, talk about the ongoing brand new website that was actually very nifty to go look at, that also kind of goes into a deep dive of what the PlayStation Plus even was worth, the average cost of the games and everything else, and of course as well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. Give me your thoughts and comments on the PlayStation Plus current price as well, and of course we have the Twitter and Twitch room down below if you guys want to have those bonus giveaway entries, and let's go and dive on into the video itself. So, as I mentioned over here, when it comes to this, we have a brand new website. This is the PlayStation DB, which is essentially written over here by Tim Hanlon, who's been going kind of viral, for the PlayStation Plus Essential in 2023 by the numbers. And what they kind of did over here is they did number one, is kind of introduced the idea of, is the PlayStation Plus worth it? Saying with Sony raising the price of the PlayStation Plus Essential plan by 33% earlier this year, we thought it makes sense to take a step back and look at the games which were available on the service over the course of 2023. Notably, only one PlayStation 5 title from a Sony studio was available in Essential, which was Sackboy: A Big Adventure in April. So first and foremost, that's kind of an insult first and foremost. Like the fact that we have all these PlayStation studios, even older games and older IPs, that were just never really making their way into PlayStation Plus. Where I'd probably say that should be one of the easiest things to integrate into PlayStation Plus. I think Game Pass kind of gets it, or they realize if they spend money and get third-party games on their service, they will get more subscribers, or at least maintain their subscribers and make people happy. Same thing with all their first-party games, such as Halo, etc., like Forza games, where they realize that they're going to maintain their game membership user base. And as well, if there are longer-term games, like say a Forza, or even like Halo for multiplayer, whatever it might be, then at that point it would make sense that they want to maintain Game Pass. Now, obviously it depends on the game, etc., but PlayStation should probably learn from that one. So as of right this second, apparently there's been 37 total monthly games over here for the entirety for PlayStation Plus. They had 27 PlayStation 5 games, 10 PlayStation 4 games, which you guys can play on your PS5 as well. Currently, games in the extra library, which are like just the bonus features, are at 4. The average Metacritic score was 69. Nice. And the average game age of the game when it was added was 21 months. So the average cost of these PS5 games at current actual value markets, which obviously get a little bit of a cheaper price if they're on the PlayStation markets, was at $42.49. And the total cost of all these games, if you literally got every single one of these games, which I for sure can guarantee you there's some games you don't even want to go and download, or it's not worth it, or you may already own when they first came out, was at $934. So the overall price obviously was worth it, but that's for the whole sale price point. And as well, you're not going to always want to play all these types of games, and same thing with Game Pass, like it's sometimes games are just kind of filler games as well. Now, there has been some better months than others if you even look at some of the Metacritic scores. Looking, say, the very first months, we've had a few of them over here where there has only been, thankfully, one game that's a 45, but if you also look at these, a lot of these are like the very nice average games, like 75 to 79% ratings, so they're not like a lot of these crazy good games, but still. So some of the good examples on the lower end, which people are upset on, think about like Generation Zero. This game was okay. That's it. Games like Battlefield, I think it's actually kind of a win, but despite the lower ratings. Saints Row, which is funny because the game literally went bankrupt. Something though like Callisto Protocol, or even Code Vein, or even Evil Dead the game. Some of these games make a lot more sense, or Trek to Yumi as well. Like these are nice bonus games that I'd maybe go and check out, but at the same exact time, they're not the best. There's also definitely games that I would probably almost never play. Like Meet Your Maker, probably not. Sable, probably not. Descenders, maybe, but probably not. Power Wash Sim, yes. Mafia Definitive Edition, maybe. PGA Tour, maybe. Grid, maybe. Like, these are all a lot of big maybe games. Old school Call of Duty, probably not, when I would rather go play the newer Call of Duties itself. Minecraft Dungeons, cool, but also funny enough, an Xbox game that somehow ended up on here, funny enough. Jurassic World, mediocre. Destiny makes sense. They want to have more people on their microtransactions and all that type of stuff. You know, Alan Wake remastered right before the second game. Like, it makes sense. But something like a Tales of Iron, probably never going to go play too as well. Endling, good reviews, probably not going to go play it. Dreams, very niche, was cool. I played it before, whatever. Death's Dance and Chivalry 2, I would, and I even streamed Ali Ali World. So, like, it overall kind of goes to show that they're okay. Like, a lot of these games are actually games I'd maybe go and check out because they are free, but at the same time, would I pay for them? Probably not. But inherently, I am actually paying for them because I do have my PlayStation Plus subscription, and that is me basically paying for them at the end of the day. So, yeah, that kind of leaves a lot of folks kind of saying, like, is this even worth it? And if you kind of go through some of the Reddit threads too as well, where they're saying, hey, I got my money's worth, quote unquote, for 5 to 6 games, but I did not play more games than that in 2023. So after the price increase, it's just not worth it for me anymore. I'd rather buy games I'll play for a discount down the road rather than a subscription with a lot of games I'll probably not even play with games not for me. And I'm kind of in the same boat. A lot of these games are also, don't forget, like 2 to 3 years old, sometimes even longer, and they're very niche games that I'd maybe check out, but probably not. And they're also saying if you don't even do online games that force you to have Plus, it's not even worth it. And a lot of these folks are saying like, hey, it's just not worth it. First time I've not renewed my membership, the price hike is just ridiculous. And I'm with them on this one. I don't think it was really worth it at the end of the day. I would only consider renewing my PS Plus if one of these following scenarios happen. The quality of the games dramatically increases, which I agree. A lot of those are very mediocre games. You can get more than 50% off. Maybe do like a 1-year deal for reoccurring memberships rather than just having like, you know, brand new people, but reoccurring. They dropped that stupid rule. You can no longer play the games once your subscription expires, which once again, I think if you paid for it, you should have it. That's probably more of a licensing issues, but that makes sense. My Plus expires in a few days. So long. Good riddance. I want cloud saves. It's not acceptable that these aren't free. I got my money's worth. I pay more value worth the games that I pay for my subscription to, and then that's okay, which is still positive. People do agree, but also we had 56 people also kind of disagree, saying I didn't get my money's worth at all. I am done with PlayStation Plus in 2 to 3 days, and I am not coming back. I've had this renewed for as far back as I can remember. My renewal is this month, and it's more than likely not going to be renewed. I canceled mine. I usually re-up around Black Friday because you get the year subscription for 40, 50 bucks. I really play in the games they give for free, and all my multiplayer gaming is on my PC now. Kind of in the same boat, at least for me. We all need to band together and boycott this. Hopefully enough people will cancel, not renew, and no new signups that will slap Sony across the proverbial face and they will lower the price. It's absurd and so greedy to raise the prices as much as they did. And I agree, like they basically rose the prices by 35%. They haven't really offered anything really new, and even more people saying that they didn't renew theirs and they're really glad to pick up a games they want on sale for less than $10. $900 of free game value added. The only reason I get PS Plus is for online, and it's overpriced. I'd rather pay less for online only and buy the games I want. The games they give out suck, in my opinion. I add 2 to 3 of them a year in my library, and I never even play them. I'm new to PlayStation. I have these old games. This actually worth it for me. And I don't want to say like it's not worth it or you guys should feel bad if you guys have PlayStation Plus, but it does kind of seem, and myself included, that the overall vibe is it's just a little bit too much money. People don't want to go and spend an extra 35% on essential things where there's nothing really changed, just for maybe greedflation or even maybe proper inflation, maybe to a point, but it just doesn't really seem worth it at the end of the day. And people keep on saying, like, I haven't feel like I've been getting my money's worth on my PlayStation Plus games, not even including the price hike too as well, because I'm already subscribed. So I have not been extending my subscription. At $80, I simply would be losing money compared to just buying the games I want. And most multiplayer games, think like a Fortnite, Apex, or Rocket League, you could usually play for free without these multiplayer subscriptions. You can't please everyone every month, but I feel like I don't get enough of it out of the year. Can they just bring back all their first-party games to premium at least too as well? My subscription expired a few days ago for the price of what they are asking. I prefer just to buy 2 AAA games, and they've always said this is BS. And I think a lot of folks out here kind of agree. It just costs too much money. You're not feeling as like happy about it, and at the end of the day, what's the point? You're going to go and sit there very, very sad and realizing you could go get a better value. And when it comes to all the games that came out, they're not bad, but I just really want to play something like a Call of Duty or just maybe like a Guerrilla Legends or even maybe Mafias or games like Sable. Now, they're cool. I'm happy they're included, but I'd also rather the price point be either just decrease and I don't get these and I just have the online stuff I need. And that actually might even be a better service for PlayStation 2, but what do I know? So give me your thoughts and comments down below. Make sure you guys get your last minute subscriptions on in for the PS5 or $5 giveaway. We have company Twitter and Twitch stream down below in case you guys would like to follow. And of course, I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. Happy holidays, and we'll see you guys all tomorrow for some more brand new videos.